Greetings, YouTube. As of today, November 20th, Roy Moore is still running for Congress. Now, I've spoken about Roy Moore in the past because he's a religious zealot and a bigot, and he doesn't understand how the Supreme Court of the United States operates, nor how the Constitution or Bill of Rights operates. He's just a terrible public servant because that's technically what he was, and technically what he would like to be again. But he's really bad at it because there are entire segments of the public that he would very much like not to serve. For example, if you're a gay person or a trans person, or if you're a woman, with the exception if you're a teenage girl, preferably under the age of 18, then he would really like to serve you. And of course, I'm referring to the fact that multiple women, I believe the count is at 20 at this point, have come forward to say how, as when they were teenagers, Roy Moore tried to hit on them, or grope them, or harass them when he was in his 30s. To the extent that this was public knowledge, he was banned from a local mall because the people that ran the mall knew he was just coming there to creep on teenagers. He's a vile fucking human being, and he has no business in Congress. Most Congress members are vile for other reasons, but at least most of them don't tend to be pedophiles, to the best of my knowledge. Now, I know in the comment section that people below are going to bring up Al Franken, and I believe the people that are accusing Al Franken. But at least Al Franken has made a public apology and asked for an ethics investigation to be opened upon himself. How many Republican members of Congress have ever asked for that, with all of the different types of sexual harassment and assault charges that have been filed against them over the years? The U.S. taxpayers have paid out millions of dollars of settlements because of harassment and sexual harassment and sexual assault cases over the decades. Tax dollars, your tax dollars, my tax dollars, going to pay off people because congressmen are friggin' creeps. And it shouldn't be coming out of our pockets. It should be coming out of theirs. Because let's face it, most Congress critters are in fact millionaires. Let them pay for their own settlements because they were vile human beings. But this particular one, Roy Moore, isn't yet a member of Congress. So I have hopes that maybe he will not get elected to Congress. But I am going to say one thing about anybody that votes for Roy Moore, or has ever voted for Roy Moore. You are unethical. You are morally bankrupt. Completely. You have no moral leg to stand on. I don't want to hear a defense of Roy Moore. I don't want to hear how it was a biblical reference somewhere that says it's okay for a guy in his 30s, to be preying on teenage girls because somebody's making a reference to a Bronze Age book. I don't want any of that bullshit. Roy Moore has no place in Congress, and if you vote for him, you are morally bankrupt.